Hello Mitro, I am Stranger and you are watching Mythological Things. In this video, I am gonna tell you about the Devavrata's birth and how he was named as Bhishma. So let's start it. Long time ago, there's a king named Shantanu who ruled over a vast kingdom in the northern India. Hastinapur was the capital of the kingdom. One day, Shantanu was roaming around the river. Suddenly, he saw a beautiful lady rise from the water and walks toward the river bank. Shantanu understood what love for first sight. He lost all of his control on himself. He stood in front of the gorgeous lady and asked her, "Where were you, my gorgeous lady? I am in love with you. I cannot live a single moment without you. Please marry me and save my life. I, King Shantanu of Hastinapur, beg for you." The lady smiled and said, "I can marry with you, but I have a couple of conditions for anyone who wants to marry with me. If you can agree to my condition, I will marry you." Shantanu said, "For you, I can agree to any conditions." The lady smiled again and said, "Listen to them before you agree. First, you can never ask me who I am and where I come from. Second, you can never stop me or ask me for any explanation of my action, whatever they may be. If you ever break your promise, I will leave right away. Do you think you can agree to these conditions?" Shantanu immediately said, I agree, my lady. I will never ask you who are you and where are you come from, and I will never protest against your any action. Now please marry with me and save my life." Then the lady agrees to Shantanu's proposal. Shantanu took her to his palace of Hastinapur and married her in a grand wedding ceremony. The happy couple spent a great years together until their first child, a boy, was born. When Shantanu heard the news that his wife has given birth to a beautiful son, he ran to the birthing chamber, but as he entered in the room, he saw his queen pick up the baby wrapping in a shawl and walk out to the room. Shantanu was about to ask where she was going, but he remembered his promise and kept quiet. He followed her as she left the palace and went to the river bank, where they first met. There he saw his queen was dropping the son in a river. Shantanu was horrified. How could a mother do such a thing to her own child? He wanted to scream her wife, but again he remembered his promise not to ask any of her action or demand any explanation. He kept his mouth shut. After about a year, when Shantanu had almost forgotten the trauma of losing first child, the queen gave birth to another child, and this time too, the shocked king saw his queen drown the baby in the river. After his birth, one after another, the queen birthed 7 sons, and each time she took the baby and drowned in the river. The king, bounded by his promise, stood silent at every time. When the 8th son was born and the queen was about to drown the baby in the river, Shantanu shouted loudly on his queen, Stop this, I won't tolerate this anymore." The queen stopped and said, "You have broken your promise, hence I must leave you. But before I will leave, I will tell you the reasons of my actions. I am Ganga, the river goddess. These 8 sons of yours are the 8 Vasus of the heavens, and the 8th son of yours is the 8th Vasu, who is cursed by Vashishta. He will be born as a woman and live a longest life on the earth. Right now, I have to go." Shantanu pleaded to Ganga, Please don't leave. It will be hard to a baby grow up without a mother." Ganga said, "I am sorry, I have to go, but I will take this child with me and train him to a worthy son. One day I will return your son to you. And saying so, she disappeared in the river with newborn baby. Time passed, days passed, month passed, year passed, but Ganga never come back. Finally, one day, when Shantanu was roaming around the river bank, he saw a young, charming boy with Ganga. Ganga comes to Shantanu and says, "Hey king, here's your eighth child. He has grown up and mastered in archery and arts of warfare from its great guru Bhagwan Parshurama. His name is Devavrata. I have come to return your son to you. Please accept him." Ecstatic with joy and took him to his palace in Hastinapur. Very soon Devavrata became the most popular prince of Hastinapur. His knowledge, its arts of warfare and his gentle behavior made him the obvious choice for the throne of Hastinapur. After some years passed, when Shantanu was about to forget Ganga, he saw another beautiful lady towards the river bank. Shantanu asked her, "Who are you, my pretty lady? I am in love with you. I want to marry with you." The woman smiled and said, "I am Satyavati, daughter of Dasharaj. If you want to marry with me, you have to ask my father." After a day, Shantanu visited to Satyavati's village with Prince Devavrata and met to Satyavati's father. "I am King Shantanu of Hastinapur. I am in love with your daughter, Satyavati. I would like to marry with her. Would you please give me your permission and blessing?" Satyavati's father Dasharaj said, "O king, I can understand. But we all know that after you, the Prince Devavrata will be the king of Hastinapur. But what would happen to Satyavati's daughter? The strong and powerful Devavrata will be the overshadow on him. I cannot let happen to my grandson. If you can promise me that after you, Satyavati's son will be the king, then I have no objection for this marriage proposal. Can you promise me that?" Before saying anything of Shantanu, the Prince Devavrata said, "Is that all? Then I, Devavrata, son of Ganga, promise that I will never claim for the throne of Hastinapur. Satyavati's son and your grandson will be the king of Hastinapur. Will that satisfy to you?" But Satyavati's father was still not satisfied. He said, "That very kind, Prince Devavrata, but what about your children? When they grow up, they will be claimed for the throne, and this result dangerous feud in the family. I cannot allow this to happen." Devavrata thought for a while. Then he spoke, "O Dasharaj, I stand before you, before my father, and before gods. I promise I will never marry. I will stay celibate forever." Hearing this profound vow, the gods showered flower on Devavrata, and they all chanted, "Bhishma, Bhishma, Bhishma." Henceforth, for the Bhisham and profound vow, he named as Bhishma.